Hello, my name's Millie.
Ciao, my name is Rick.
And this is episode 3 of season 3 of Yonks Ago.
Mixing it up, baby. This is Yonks Ago, coming into your ears. Now what are yonks? They're kinda like years. Just a father and a daughter who want to know all about some people from Yonks Ago. Interesting people who did interesting stuff, but about whom we don't know enough. So we're gonna dig deep and find it all out. Yonky doodlers know what we're all about. Yonks Ago, hey ho, hey, Yonks Ago, hey ho, hey, surely. Oh, special little treat there.
What is it?
It's the original theme song. Back at it. Because it is a prime numbered episode.
Yeah.
And
you know how on Yonks Ago we love a prime?
We just got to make a big deal.
Yeah.
And what better way to make a big deal than bringing back the old fave?
Yeah.
Because look, whether you prefer the new, whichever theme song you prefer, that's up to you. Hey,
yeah.
We're not judging.
We're going to give you both, so you can't complain.
But yeah, there's no reason to shelve an old classic.
No.
Just because there's new kids on the block.
Exactly. We made one theme song that is specified for the season.
It is.
And then we have the one that's just for the overview of the podcast.
Mate.
Therefore, we should keep that one, chuck it in every season, and then the specialised ones go for the whatever season they're talking about.
It makes so much sense, it almost hurts.
I know.
I'm in pain from how sensible that is. I'm suffering from the sensibility right now.
What's that, Dad? Alliteration.
We've learned a lot.
Yeah.
We are back at it again on a Thursday afternoon.
You know
which
how it is.
It's fine.
Hey, we forget.
And also, I can't worry about days anymore because my days are numbered.
Yeah.
I am Chucky waking at it's confirmed. I've got 1 week. This time next week, I might not even be here to worry about podcasting on a
Surely
Thursday.
we do a Zoom podcast. Surely we do.
We've got to find a way because there is no conceivable logistical way that we are wrapping up Donnie B's story in the next 5 days.
No,
or
I'll
so.
be down to do a Zoom podcast. You're going to be
I'm just going to pause for a sec because I've just realised we are going into the red zone. Have I been doing some audio engineering studying? Maybe I have.
Are we way too loud?
Seamless pause, and hopefully it's a little bit better. It might not, fingers crossed, not even noticeable to the Yonky Doodlers. But hey, I take pride in my work.
As you should.
I mean, we're putting our podcast out into the world. No point having muddy voices.
I don't see the point.
Murky, spiky, hideous distortions in our voices. Our voices are our weapons. And I want them primed and ready to go.
Primed?
Yes.
Oh.
This is, I don't want to get mathematical. Some people might argue.
I want to get mathematical.
Some people can argue that 2 is a prime because it's only divisible by itself and 1.
It is a prime. 2, no one argues that. It is a prime.
But people,
That is a prime, Dad.
Yes.
No one has ever argued that is not a prime. It's 1 that people argue about. 1. And 1 is not a prime.
Okay,
because
all right.
It's 1 and
but also
itself.
2 is an even number.
No, that's not how it works, Dad.
I know.
It's even numbers after 2.
But there's no other even numbered primes.
Yeah, but it is 2. That's the first even.
No, I'm with you. I've probably confused 1 and 2, but I also feel like 2 stands alone.
Okay.
As a weird, it's a weird prime.
Yeah, I'd say that as well.
You
didn't have to put. You didn't. Yeah.
It's an odd prime in that it's not an odd prime.
Yeah.
But you're right. 1 is the contentious one.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1's the really
because it needs to have 2 factors.
See, I'm
and
learning.
1 is one of them, and the other one is itself. It can't both of them can't be the same thing.
What are you doing? 1? Hey,
1 is weird.
Don't act like a prime.
I don't
it's
get
just
1.
But there's nothing without 1.
Exactly.
Because as we know, all the other numbers are just
1 multiple times.
Yeah. But 2. Hey, you're a legitimate prime. I take it back. I was wrong to call any suspicions on your prime. But what I'm saying is you're a weird prime. When the primes throw a party, they all hanging out and 2's in a corner going, I wish there was some other even numbers here.
2 threw the party. 2 is the first prime, Dad.
Two's the host.
2 is the first prime.
Mate.
As if they would be all alone. No, they're throwing the party.
I stand corrected again. They're all alone, but only in the sense that they're running things. They're busying. They're making sure everyone's got drinks.
2's a Virgo.
They don't have time to chit-chat and all of that. They're making sure all the other primes are having a good time. You're right. Oh, my whole view of 2 as a prime has been switched out. But 3, we can all agree. There's nothing weird about 3 as a prime.
3 is a perfect prime.
So 3, in many ways, is the first just run-of-the-mill prime.
Yeah.
It's just a prime.
Yeah.
Can't even talk about it.
It just is what it is.
So welcome to episode 3 of season 3.
Yeah.
Aren't
there you know, I should stop talking about prime numbers. I get carried away.
Well, I mean, if we can't get through Donnie B, maybe if we don't feel comfortable doing Donnie B via Zoom, maybe our math podcast is about to take off.
Yeah.
Because the content we are dishing out that is math related is second to none. And I'm only saying math instead of maths because maths is hard to say.
Okay.
I find it hard.
It makes sense. Mathematics. It's plural.
Oh, yeah, I know.
If you've got to shorten it, chuck the plural on.
No, I get it. I think it deserves to be pluralized. I just struggle to say it. Yeah. Whereas in a sentence, in a free-flowing sentence. So I made the executive decision to just say math so that my sentences didn't get tripped up. But I do now feel the need to apologise to anyone out there who's saying, stop saying math.
But it is weird that we say maths is hard. Yeah. It's plural. And we say maths is hard. Yeah. Surely we should say maths are hard.
I mean, exactly. If we're going to be sticklers.
That will be grammatically correct.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So if you're going to come at me for saying math, also come at me for all the other things I say, which is a lot. I barely put together a coherent sentence. Yeah. So come at me.
But listen.
But don't at me.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, I don't feel like we even need to touch on Donnie B. I feel like we've given enough.
Okay. See ya.
Nah, we should. Quick recap. I mean, all we really learnt of note in the last episode was that he famously hit a golf ball against a water tank with a stump.
I mean, hey, we've all done that.
Hey. If you're not doing that, I doubt you're even real. No. You're part of the simulation and you're a glitch.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you don't want to be a glitch, grab a ball and a stump. Yeah. Better be a golf ball.
Better. Imagine if you use a tennis ball.
Don't make the mistake I made and hit a golf ball against a fish tank. Because it's a very short game and a lot of fish die. Yeah. Make sure it's a water tank. They're much more sturdy. You might say, hey, a fish tank has got water in it. And I agree with you.
But its sole purpose is to hold the fish in. A water tank, its purpose is to hold the water.
Yeah, and a water tank is made of much more durable, golf ball resistant.
Not for looking inside.
Nah. Yeah. That's right. There's a Schrodinger's fish tank. You should just have a non-see-through fish tank.
You just say, yep, there are probably fish in there.
There simultaneously is and isn't fish in this fish tank. I mean, I like it. I'd go to an aquarium where I could just assume there is and isn't fish in the tank.
Look at them. There are and aren't fish.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you were using it as a plural. Anyway, come back for my English language podcast.
I was giving the Yonky Doodlers something to come at me with.
I see.
But don't at me.
Yeah.
Don Bradman, he's 11 years old.
Oh my God, I'm 11 years old. Plus 6.
Oh, maths. I can do it if it's the end of a sentence. Yeah. But I still have to work real hard.
Fair enough.
Real hard. It could be my false teeth. Might make it hard for me to get that.
Yeah. Oh, you just spat everywhere.
That's what happens. That's what I'm saying. It's a messy situation.
Yeah, fair enough.
But 11-year-old Donnie B.
What's he done?
Look, during the week, Donnie B was a healthy mix of diligent student, practicing choir boy for the local Anglican church, pianist, and sporting all-rounder.
Oh, nice.
He
did every sport?
Well, I think, did we learn that last time? Tennis.
Yeah, tennis.
Cricket.
Probably golf. I mean, he had a golf ball, therefore he did golf.
I think they were the big 3. Athletics, tennis, and cricket.
Yeah, but he had a golf ball, therefore we can say he checked off tennis. I mean, golf.
Yeah. Well, that's golf as a fourth lesser-known sport.
Yeah. Imagine tennis with a golf ball, though.
That's dangerous.
Break your tennis
taken off.
Break your tennis racket.
Oh,
just go straight.
Oh, the pain. That'd be a short game. Yeah. Just dead people lying on the courts, just getting dragged off. Bring it next. So if you want to start a very, very dangerous tennis golf league.
I mean, we don't we all?
But Donnie B hadn't thought of it, didn't think of it.
Okay, fair enough.
But so he was a choir boy down at the Anglican church.
Yeah, weren't we all?
But I will point out his parents were not particularly religious.
Okay.
But they just gave him, base level, as was common practice at the time. Even if you're not that into it, it was the thing to do.
Yeah.
You've got to lay the solid groundwork for your kids.
Exactly.
Otherwise, who knows what will become of them?
Yeah.
So they were doing their bit, even though they were like, whatevs.
Yeah.
Now, Saturday night entertainment around the Bradman house was self-generated again.
Yeah.
Very common for the time.
Yeah.
What were they going to do? Watch Netflix? I mean, they could flick a net. I'm sure they had nets to go fishing with, and they could just flick them around the house. The more I talk about it, the more fun that sounds.
Yeah, for like one day.
Yeah, one night. Yeah. You wouldn't want to do it every Saturday night.
No.
All right, kids, it's time to get the old net out. Not again, Dad. We get it. You can flick the net real good. You took Grandma's eye out. To be fair, that was the most entertaining Saturday night we've ever had. So they self-generated their entertainment. The centerpiece, what do you reckon the centerpiece of their self-generated entertainment was at the Bradman house? All the clues are already there.
Oh, no, how am I supposed to... Sport?
Nah.
Backyard cricket, surely.
Nah.
They would, though.
Oh, I mean, but this is a night time. And again, it was so they're indoors, they're inside.
Am I supposed to know?
Look, if you could remember all the little pieces of the puzzle we've talked about, it might come to you. The centerpiece, Millie, I'll put you out of your misery.
I don't know.
The centerpiece was the piano.
Oh, that makes sense.
Recitals being given, the family often invited the neighbours around to sing popular numbers.
Oh, nice.
So they didn't put the Spotify playlist on. They were the Spotify playlist. That's how you did it.
Yeah.
Bradman's dad, pop quiz.
Oh, I couldn't think of his grandpa, who's Chucky.
Yeah.
George.
You got it! Oh, I thought I was going to have to.
It came to me. No, Dad. I think you forget that my memory is the best.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell. So Georgie boy, he played the violin.
Oh, did he? Played the fiddle.
Sister, he had a few, so I won't make you guess. Was Lillian? His sister Lillian.
She plays I don't know.
The piano.
Yeah, she plays the piano
and the accordion.
Oh, the accordion,
which
that's
is
like
just
the same thing. Yeah,
a squeezable piano.
Yeah,
huggable piano, if you will. Lillian was a professional piano teacher.
How old is she?
I don't know, mate.
I forget
I feel like they're all a lot older than Donnie B.
He's the youngest, yeah.
She taught Donnie B how to play.
Oh, good on her.
She and the family regarded Donnie B as gifted at the old piano, but Donnie did not regard himself this way.
Oh, Donnie, give yourself some credit.
They were like, Donnie B, you are gifted. He's like, shut your face. I'm just run of the mill. I'm average as. Shut up or I'll hit you with a golf ball. I can get you from 20 feet. So they shut right up about that.
Yeah.
Because they know how angry he gets with a golf ball. It gets nasty. On the weekends, though.
Were you just talking about Saturdays?
Oh, yes. Yeah, well, that was pretty much. I've gone through it. They hung out. They played their musical instruments. They all thought Donnie was pretty good, but they learnt not to tell him that.
Yeah.
Because he would fly off the handle. And then on weekends, he would become a little bit Huck Finn. Do you know Huck Finn?
And then on weekends, you were just talking about Saturday. You can say, and the next day.
Look, I've got to say, I'm not reading the entire book. I'm plucking bits and pieces. If they don't all seamlessly intermingle, that's fair enough. Come at me.
Okay.
But don't at me. Of all the catchphrases that I'm trying to push, it's my worst one. It's my worst catchphrase.
That's what adding you is. That is coming at you.
Hey. Catchphrases don't have to make...
Come at me, but don't tell me about it. Come at me in silence, please.
Come at me, but don't.
Yeah. Sorry. On weekends.
So, look, grammatical failings aside, on the weekends, he turned Huck Finn. Do you know who Huck Finn is?
I don't know what that is.
Huckleberry Finn. Does that mean anything?
Yeah, that rings a bell, but don't know what it is.
Oh, kids these days.
Maybe if you explain, I'll remember.
Oh, it's a famous character who, basically went on adventures,
was a bit of a wild child, Huck Finn.
Okay.
You'd say, look, parent-wise, they were nowhere to be seen. Huck Finn would build himself a raft and sail down the river.
Fair enough.
For weeks on end, did what he wanted. Huck Finn living the life.
Yeah.
And so if you were turning Huck Finn, you were basically just roaming wild.
Yeah.
And so the weekends were Donnie B's Huck Finn time.
Got it.
They were like, "Do you want to do your homework?" I can't. I'm Huck Finning it. I'm Huck Finning it. That should be hard to say, but it's not. I find it very easy.
Huck Finning it.
Yeah, but when do you stop? It's one of those ones.
No.
Huckfinity.
That's funny.
So he loved walking for kilometres. Hang on a second.
What?
He loved walking for kilometres with his father, brother and uncles.
That's not by himself.
You're not Huck Finning it, Donnie B. You're hanging out with your family.
Maybe he told himself he was because he'd walk 2 meters behind.
Yeah. Or, yeah. 2 meters
He'd be
ahead.
like, I'm not with them. And try to act mysterious, I'm just walking. Have you ever done that? I've done that.
How dare Donnie B invoke the name of Huck Finn?
Hey, the author.
Nah, I believe Donnie B. I believe Donnie B caused this because, look, this book is a biography incorporating exclusive interviews with Sir Donald Bradman.
Okay.
It was Sir Donald Bradman himself who claimed to be Huck Finning it. And the whole time he's Huck Finning it with his dad? That's not how you Huck Finn it.
Plus his sister and his mum and his...
That's a family outing. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'll allow it. But you're on. That's a yellow card, Donnie B. So he's out there rabbit shooting, fishing, just killing wildlife.
With his dad?
With his dad. So I'm guessing his dad was killing rabbits and fishing, and Donnie B was hanging out, probably hitting a golf ball against a tree with a twig. And then he gets back and he goes, I was Huck Finning it. I shot some rabbits. I caught some fish. And his dad's like, just, humour him.
Yeah.
All right, he's living the life. But all of this gave him a bit of maturity, these weekend trips, family trips where his dad did stuff, gave him a bit of maturity.
Okay, fair enough.
Much like when you hang out with me and I do stuff, it gives you a certain level of experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so 11 was about the age when most budding young Australians stepped off the street or out of the backyard and started their official underage careers at school, in school sport.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he's about to get serious.
Yeah.
He's about to cricket for realsies.
Fair enough.
No more water tank for Donnie B. And so it was for Donnie B. He strode out on to a recreational area called Glebe Park Oval, which would later become known as Bradman Oval.
Oh, he really put his mark on there.
One can only imagine he did quite well there.
Yeah. Oh, it's just some other guy named, just some other guy.
Hank Bradman.
No relation at all. They're just...
Hank Bradman did a lot of good work on that oval.
Yeah.
Not cricket. He was the curator. Yeah. He mowed the grass. He got the pitch up to scratch. Hank Bradman was the curator of all curators, and they named Bradman Oval after him.
And this guy, what's his name, Donnie, just thought it was him.
He's like, oh, thanks, guys. He just turns up at the opening. He's like, I haven't got a speech prepared. Whatever. Hank Bradman's about to go and cut the ribbon. Donnie B just nudges him out of the way. Goes, oh, thanks for naming this Bradman Oval. I really appreciate it. Hank Bradman's like, but... Just went back to mow the lawns.
Yeah.
Hank Bradman understands.
Yeah.
He's not in it for the glory.
No.
Not like Donnie B.
Yeah, exactly.
Loves a bloody oval named after him. I think I'm turning against Donnie B. Ever since he claimed to Huck Finn it, I've really soured on Donnie B. He's going to have to turn it around. Look, so Bradman strides out for his first proper cricket game.
Okay, good on him.
Underage.
Yeah.
Kids sport.
Yeah.
He goes out there. He admitted to some nerves when he strode out for his first game. He came to the wicket. Worst possible scenario.
Oh.
His team is 2 for none. The bowler is on a hat trick.
Is he on strike?
He's facing. Could
no.
you could not walk out.
Is he at 3?
He's batting it. Yeah. So
Wait,
he's
four.
four.
Wait,
he's
four.
fourth.
Four.
He's fourth in the batting order. That's a solid. That's
a good.
That's like
Your first game.
First game. People are like, I think Donnie B deserves number 4.
Yeah.
But what a time to stride out.
That's
first game.
Scary, man. That bowler.
If you weren't nervous before,
where's his oval?
You'd be nervous now. So the diminutive, none too confident Donnie B took guard, and at that moment,
just play a blocker. Surely.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work out. Sometimes going into a defensive mindset can bring you unstuck.
Fair enough.
So he surveys the field, and then in comes the tall left armour.
Oh, lefty.
From an exaggerated run. He bowled.
He went all the way back.
Yeah,
he went to the 4 line. What's it called?
The boundary.
The boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way back, for sure.
He came in, bowled a fast, straight one.
Okay.
Donnie B pushed forward. The ball whizzed by the outside edge. Did not make contact.
What's the outside edge?
Of the bat.
Okay, thanks.
So he didn't hit it, he didn't hit it. He didn't snick it either.
Oh.
But it was a straight one. Donnie B expecting to hear the worst sound for anyone at the crease, the death rattle of the stumps as the balls crashed into them. But it didn't come.
Yeah, I thought so.
The ball missed by millimetres.
Oh.
If he'd made a duck, it would not have been the end of Donnie B. It would have
I
just
reckon
been
it would have.
I mean, it could have been slightly. We can't comprehensively say that would not have destroyed Donnie B as a batsman, that he would have been scarred.
Yeah.
But you would imagine he would have picked himself up.
How's the bowler feeling?
So the only sliding door moment, the real thing would have been that bowler would have gone down in history a little bit as having dismissed Donnie B first ball, first innings to get a hat trick to reduce the opponents to 3 for none. But as it is, we don't even know this bowler's name.
No.
He's nobody. He's a nothing.
I reckon his name was Hank Bradman.
So, yeah, maybe he went
No relation.
No relation. No relation. Look, so that's a pretty epic start to Donnie B's career. And I quite like it. But let's leave cricket aside. We've got a little bit of time to focus on another aspect of Donnie B's life. At age 11, Donnie B was out riding his bicycle.
With his dad?
I mean, it doesn't say, but one can only imagine. When they say riding a bicycle, his dad was driving him in a car. Yeah. That Donnie imagined was a bicycle.
Yeah, fair enough.
He had a rich imagination. No, he was riding his bicycle and a car backed out of the driveway. Donnie B rode his bike into it and smashed his nose up. Just bloody nose. Just got a bloody nose. He's all right.
Okay. Oh, was he?
I'm worked up. He's all right, but they had to take him back to his house.
Yeah.
And he got back there with his bloody nose, and a nearby farming family from Glen Quarry,
Glenrowan,
the Menzies family.
Oh yeah.
Were visiting, and he was introduced with his bloody nose to their 10-year-old daughter Jessie Menzies.
Oh, she's scarred.
Yeah, they became good friends.
Oh, sick.
Good friends they became. And they started hanging out.
Fair enough.
Apparently, Don's mum, Emily Watman, and Jessie's father, James Menzies, had lived next door to each other.
Oh.
And they'd started school on the same day in 1877.
Whoa.
And their parents were also friends.
There you go.
There's been a history of friendships. And then James Menzies, Jessie Menzies' dad, was going to send Jessie off to a local grammar school far away.
Oh, no.
But Don's mum persuaded him against it, saying it was a terrible school.
Nice.
So don't send him to that school. Look, send Jessie to this local school here near where she can stay with us and go to the school here.
Yes,
so
Emily.
Jessie moved in with them. And so Don and Jessie developed a sibling-style friendship and affection and a rivalry throughout 1920. They went to school together every day. It was the beginning of what Bradman would later call the greatest partnership of his life.
Yes.
I sense a bit of rom-com action coming our way.
What's her name again? Jessie, Donnie B, kind of, not really. Yeah.
We can make it work.
Yeah. Jess E, like that.
Jesse, Donnie B. I mean, we've got the rhyme ready to go.
Yeah. Not Jesse. Jesse. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. He was feeling kind of stressy until he met Jesse. It's a horrible rhyme and I regret it. It's not the sort of rhyme I would ever settle on. That's probably all the time we've got for this episode. We've been rambling on.
As we should.
We've squeezed in all the facts. Look, so as I did mention previously, I will be Chucky Waking it very shortly. So there may be a...
How are we going to do our wrap-up episode for Nancy Wait?
There may be a slight... Yeah, there might be a slight pause in proceedings as we sort ourselves out for the new world order. There will be... I can't see how we're going to finish the Nancy Wake wrap up.
Over Zoom.
We will... What I will try to do before we finish is get as much as I've done finished off so that we can maybe just give you an update. Wrap.
Yeah.
You're just going to get little bits.
Yeah.
Because I have written more. We just got to record. We just got to record more. Got to get Millie to lay down the tracks.
I'm ready.
If you're wondering where we're up to, I'm up to lyric wise about where Nancy
the Pyrenees
is meeting the OG Henri. Is about where we're up to lyric wise.
Okay, so about like an eighth way through.
Yeah. So not very far in is where we've got at least 6 more Henris to meet. So, but we're doing our best. We've covered quite a bit of ground already, and it's shaping up pretty well. It's going to be epic. It may take the rest of our lives to complete.
Hey,
but that's sometimes art deserves that.
Yeah,
you know. And look, I'll be Chucky Waking it, so I imagine every weekend Millie's going to be Huck Finn in it. So she's not going to have time to do any like recordings and podcasts and stuff. No. She'll be out hunting and fishing.
Yeah.
Hunting and fishing.
You know me.
Always.
You know me.
Hunting and fishing.
Boating, camping, fishing, BCF and fun.
Hey!
What a good ad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
When she's not Huck Finn in it, she's just learning all about math.
Yeah.
But that's all the time we've got for this jam-packed episode. Look, we learned a bit.
Yeah.
I feel like I finally did right by Donnie B. I got some real rock-solid actual life facts in there that weren't just who his parents were and that he hit a ball against a water tank. We learned some stuff. Season 3 is where it's at. So sometimes you just got to get to a regular, normal prime.
Yeah.
Not a fake prime, not a weird prime, just a regular prime.
Yeah.
And then you can start the podcast for proper and realsies.
Yeah.
Thanks, Yonky Doodlers.
Grazie.
Stay tuned for sometime in the future when who knows what will happen.
Yeah.
But hopefully, fingers crossed, there will be another episode of
Yonks Ago.